people injured here. 3v3 faction war. This is Argus Desert Gate and Space Marines versus Orks. Game 3 for the blue Orky team. We have two Warbosses. First up is Pibb, and we also have Yarrick. These guys are melee commanders that walk through objects. Very good offense, disruption, and support from the front lines. Mounting off this blue Orky team, Forestradio is a mech boy, teleporting commander that fights range combat. Really good damage output, support, disruption, and repair. Red Space Marine team, we have Cadaras, also known as Osinski, with a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt, and support with buffs using the absolutely awesome Ultramarines DLC from Relic. Alongside Zato, sticking with his Techmarine, starts off range combat, does some good damage, can also support with structures and repair, and get a melee build. And rounding off, it's Noisy as that Blood Angels Apothecary support commander that fights in melee combat. By default begins with a targeted heal in a passive health regeneration aura. Blood Angels elite scheme. 2-0 so far for the Space Marines. Then can the Orks pull one back? 3-0 victories are rare, well, not unheard of. Space Marines have just really been on top of their game, the Space Marine players. They've played it so well. Here comes Sluggers running into bolt of fire, drawing the bolt of fire, allowing the shooters to do their DPS. And here comes the mech boy tying up tactical marines, which is important early on. Really important early on. 496, 482. Warboss fighting the force commander here and forces him off. Orks flooding this east side, but here comes the Techmarine flanking inwards. He's actually pushed the center completely. Where are his tactical marines though? Oh, they're shooting up the other Warboss who pushed the mid. Tactical marines really strangely split up there. 496, 471. Orks overrun the east side then, but need to be careful. That Techmarine picking off shooter models if they're not careful. Noisy on the solo lane up against Pibb. Did so much work last game with those purification vials. Double shooters in that heavy cover are forced off. Could have perhaps backed them away. Now he's going to get his power hit. That's on the solo lane of Argus. You want to be really careful on your first engagement to not get completely forced off, because you are in charge of this power. Now it's getting bashed. Either that or do not build anything on it. I mean, he didn't put gens on it, which is good. All the gens are over here, so just losing a node isn't too bad. We might get it uncapped as well, and he is. You've got to be really careful first engagement. You've got to back stuff off. You've got to recognize when the engagement's bad, back off so you don't fully retreat. More sluggers for Pibb. Double sluggers, double shooters. Could be nasty for Noisy. He's got Devastators up though, so Pibb might struggle on a narrow lane with this composition. Gonna need to flank with his Warboss and break those walls and go after the Devastators that way, I think, because it's going to be a while before he can try and get the Storm Boys up. Actually fully cap the power point there. A heal for the Tactical Marines and a shotgun blast, and Pibb can start capping up this west side again. Well, in fact, he had both of the rec points capped, just got his power decapped, so that's not too bad. He can take his power back, get the contested, and maybe even push this. But here are Devastators, and Noisy wants to defend his power with them, obviously. Warboss on capping duty. Space Marines pushing on this east side really hard. 476, 466. Storm Boys on the way for Yarrick. Forestradio has a Pain Boy. Haven't really seen the Pain Boys doing a whole lot so far, have we, in this faction war? Usually a massive pain in the arse for the Space Marines, counter-initiating Assault Marines and doing this kind of thing to Tactical Marines. Now that he's lost his power melee, I think, so he's not the threat he was against heavy armor. Still doing a really good job here, as you can see. Where he's going to run into a shotgun, might run into Devastators as well, but looks like these Devastators are being used to cover the flank. Pain Boy forced off. And these Orks in a little bit of trouble. Devastators forced off there though. Zato's Devastators. All three Space Marine players with Devastators. And they've used the Devastators really well in the first game. They actually lost a couple of Devastator squads in the second, but it didn't stop them from losing. Here comes Noisy now. Purification vials on the way. Which could be really bad. He's actually got big shooter up on his shooter boys. And, oh, he's gone for enhanced custom shooter and angry bits. And he can use this, of course, to disrupt the devastators and run in his sluggers. So, a good choice there, maybe. We'll see how it goes for him. Yarrick losing his Warboss. 4-2-3, 4-6-6. Space Marines not giving the Orks an inch up here. They just can't push. Storm Boys gonna run into a whole lot of trouble. Shotgun blast. They need more support than this though. Devastator's actually going for the garrison here. And they make it. Look at the damage the Storm Boys took just trying to chase after them. 4-10, 4-6-6. Noisy has Pibb pinned back at his power again, and he's bashing it with Flamer. The Assault Marines hanging back. There's the vials. Ouch. Painful. Pibb needs to move out of there. Has he not seen it? I don't think he's seen it. Retreating through, not moving away his shooters, and he lost 3 of his squads to a single vials. He just, I don't know what he was doing there. I think he was concentrating on his Warboss and just did not see it, because he moved his sluggers out, but he just stood his shooter boys in there, then retreated his sluggers through. That was so painful. It covers such a large area. 382, 466. I think you've got to put that down as player error though. He should have got out of there way sooner there. Death Gun getting right up in these Techmarines' faces, and I don't know if Orks can recover from this. Yarrick needs to go bottom, that's for sure, if they have a chance. Another vials goes off. There you see, the cooldown of that thing is so short. I think it's like 30 seconds, if that. And look at the damage, wiping out even more shooters. Wiped out Yarrick's double shooters there. Wow. How many... He's level 4, this Apothecary. How many models did he kill with his vials? Like 20 odd models, I think. That is insane. That is insane. You need to be so alive to that thing. Level 3 Tactical Marines as well. Already level 3. Crazy stuff. Look how depleted the Ork rosters are now. Space Marines all tier 2 or going tier 2 as well. I think this is over. 3, 4, 5, 4, 6, 6. It's going to be a 3-0 victory for the Space Marines. They are capping up this east side completely here. Those vials just completely wrecked 2 Ork armies. I don't think they can recover here. And there is the concede from the Ork team. 3-0 victory. Those vials were crazy. Absolutely crazy. We had a teleporter up for the Force Commander already. Nasty stuff. Orks just couldn't get going there, and they lose the faction war 3-0. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Massive thanks as always to the players for taking part, and I'll see you next time.